hopefully that should be coming up in just a minute.
Yes, we're live.
Hey!
You can see that we're live.
Yes, I can see it. It's come up with your, yep. I'll give it a couple of minutes and then people can come and join.
You can actually do like a cute little ticker thing along the bottom to welcome everybody. And actually you can do a countdown. Have you seen the countdown video?
Starting in 29 seconds. Yes, I'll do that in just a minute. And then we can do that.
That's really cool.
I will press a button and then we will get ready to go live in just a minute.
Love the randomness of that.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you ever so much for joining us. We're here today with myself, Charlotte and Katie, all from Reusable, and we've got Sarah here from Totsbots to come talk to us and celebrate Reusable Week. So, as the first thing, Sarah, would you like to introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi, I'm Sarah. I work for Totsbots and I have done for about 6 years.
Fabulous. And what do you do? What is your job role? What do you do with Totsbots?
So I started out as customer service and then ended up also working with the smaller retailers as well, and now work as an account coordinator as well as doing some customer service with our lovely colleague Laura.
Fabulous. Could you tell us a bit about Totsbots, the history of Totsbots? That would be fantastic.
Yes, Totsbots is now about, I think I worked it out the other day, about 22 years old. It's been around a long time. They started originally by Magnus and Fiona. They're a husband and wife team. They came up with the idea for Totsbots after they had their second child, Maya. And were just a kind of appalled at the amount of waste that they did in nappy. Fiona made it at the kitchen table and kind of skyrocketed from there, really. Originally, production line was kind of one wee lady in a shed making them herself. And as you say, they got their first order. And that's kind of when things started to really take off for them. And now we've got a lovely factory in Glasgow with about, I think there's about 56 machinists now, all making them all by hand. So it's amazing.
That's fantastic. 22 years. That's such a long time for a company.
22 years it is now. I was trying to remember. It's 22, yeah, 2000, year 2000 roughly.
And
so yeah, it's great to be part of.
They said 56 machinists, did you say?
Roughly, yeah, roughly 56, yeah.
So we were saying that, talking about earlier, you were saying about production and stuff and how it's all made up in your factories from start to finish with the machinists. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That, you know, how you've got people who are so well trained and who know how to make a nappy, and they make them and they.
I know, it's amazing. I said I love the fact that it's designed. It's kind of originally sampled and produced and everything designed by somebody in the office, and then somebody on the floor makes a sample and then they test it, and you end up seeing the finished product. So it's been amazing to see that kind of process, the design process as well, and how they try different fabrics and different makeups and different seams, and it's incredible to watch. It's a lovely thing to be a part of.
Fantastic. Do you have a favourite product about Totsbots?
I've used a lot of them, but I think I used Easy Fits on my daughter before I started here. Actually, I was already using them, and then I had my son and I fell in love with the Peanut, which is now the Bamboozle, so the pad and wrap system. I loved, it was a really, really active wee one, and I felt the Peanut just was really slimline. The fact that you didn't have to take like 3 whole nappies out to cheap. If you were going out for the day, you could just take kind of pads and wraps rather than taking whole nappies. So definitely, I think the ease and the quick, and we lived in a flat, so it was really quick dry. All the pieces.
I think we may have just lost Sarah a minute. I think her signal's just gone.
There's technical difficulties video as well if you.
That's hilarious. Is she back? I feel like she's back. Not quite yet. 2 seconds. Not back as yet. I think Sarah's lost a bit of signal. She said she was up in the factories today, so we might have lost a little bit of Wi-Fi. So hopefully we'll be back in just a moment.
Why don't you talk about what you're doing today, Katie? What you asked me about, like.
Ooh. So I think I'm talking about the right thing. So yesterday we received a delivery from Miley with some really cute new products on. I'm not going to spoil it for everyone because it's all nice to see when it all goes online. But I'm really excited to see the baby gift sets because I've not seen these products before. So it's every time I put these online, it's all new to me, and it's one of those brands that I absolutely love putting online because you just get to see such cute little details, and I don't know, it's just really wholesome. I love it.
Yeah, when I spotted them, I thought they were super cute. Hopefully people will like them.
Oh, let's have a look. There's some people here who've been chatting on here. Oh, Sarah's back. Ah, fantastic.
Oh, good. Sorry about that, guys.
That's all right. I was just having a look through the comments from people. So we've had Sophie say Totsbot prints are her favourite. Christy say, we love our Totsbots so much. Even very youngest is now potty trained. I can't bear to get rid of some of them. Some have been used on all 3 of my babies. Another person said, I love the quality of your 2-part nappies. They're the only ones we could use overnight.
We've lost Sarah again.
She's lost her signal again.
I remember when James was still before he was 1 and I first tried using cloth nappies, and I might have only had maybe about 4 or 5, and it was Totsbots that I got first. And I remember the one print that sticks in my head was the Jack and the Beanstalk one, which was really cute. And unfortunately at that time it was the mentality of all or nothing, and because I couldn't commit to all, I think that's where I failed in my first attempt, because I was just like, well, I've got a handful of nappies, I can't use it full time. So like when I'd ask for advice, people were just like, oh, you need to get more. That's all they were saying, you need more, you need more, you need more. And I'm just like, helped me get used to these ones first. So that's what it really was at first. But luckily, the second time when I got into cloth nappies, it was really supportive. As I think I maybe got 3, and they were used like 3 at a time for maybe about a month while I got used to it. And then, really got into the swing of it. I think the pressure was a lot less. I think it softened up around the community. Whereas, like, as long as you're trying, that's what matters.
I think we've got Sarah back.
I think I might be back. I just came back into the office. Sorry about that, guys.
That's all right, not a problem. We know what technical.
The joy of life.
We've got to play our video. Yeah, that was the.
We've got to play the video. Charlotte loves her videos on here, which are fantastic. So we don't mind. So I think going back to where we were talking about, you were talking about
my love for the peanut.
Yeah.
My love for the peanut. I think because it worked so well at night as well. So when he was kind of out of nappies during the day, the peanut was still perfect for nighttime. And again, it wasn't super bulky. So it just seems it's a really good all round kind of player. So yes.
Well, they're not called peanuts now, are they?
They're not. They're bamboozle. They've streamlined the whole kind of 2-part system so that everything, the association works between the wrap, because obviously the wrap can be used for both, and then you've got the bamboozle at night. So they just renamed it to make everything really clear. So you've got two systems rather than having the peanut, the bamboozle, and the easy fit. So it seems to have cleared up a few questions.
We've just put last week we had a big delivery from Totsbots with the new bamboozles on, which are lovely. I wish I had a little one, but I could put him in because they are so adorable. My little one's now 5 and very much out of nappies.
Yeah, same.
What was my next question for you? So there's some really funky names on your prints. Who comes out with names for the prints?
So it used to be we would all kind of just chat about it in the office when it was just us, and then I think it's now a kind of collaboration between us and Frugi that come up with the names.
Fantastic.
I love a pun. Fiona always loved a pun.
Brilliant. So as it is Reusable Week, what do you think? Is there any tips and tricks when it comes to cloth nappies that you could give our listeners, our watchers today, anyone who's thinking about maybe trying reusable nappies? Is there anything that you think that would be really good for people to know about?
I think a lot of it is it's like dispelling myths. It's kind of really making it really clear to people that it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Like, you don't have to, I'm going to try cloth nappies, all of a sudden every nappy you use has to be cloth. I think it's taking away the guilt of, even if you use one a day is still better than one more disposable nappy going to landfill. It's one a day is still 365 nappies a year that you've used that are reusable. And if you want to build up, if you want to only use them in the house, if you only want to use them at night, it's still something. You're still doing your part. You're still kind of helping kind of reduce the amount of landfill and reduce the amount of plastics going to waste. It's every little thing that you do can help. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. And it's just simple things like using reusable wipes. Like, we still use reusable wipes that I've had since my daughter's 7, that I've had since when I had her. We use them for faces, we use them for cleaning, we use them for surfaces, we use them for if they bang their leg, they go and get a cold wipe and use it to stop bruising. Like, we use them for everything. So whether it's cloth nappies, cloth wipes, reusable swim nappies, every little bit helps.
Brilliant. So what would you, I know I was talking to Eden yesterday about, I didn't use reusable nappies. I didn't know a lot about them when my little one was little. Like, how can you encourage new mums to try them out? Is there any way that Totsbots do to help new mums find out a bit more about you and how to use them?
We are part of quite a few council council schemes for kits or discounts or voucher codes and things like that to help towards the cost of cloth nappies. And I think weeks like this, like Reusable Nappy Week, where there are so many promotions and sales and things like that, it's an ideal time to start trying, because you can pick up bits and pieces from different places and different brands and things like that. So it's educating, isn't it? It's weeks like this where you've got so much educating going on, and you've got so many kind of talking to different people, different mums, different influencers, different retailers and things like that. It's an ideal time. So as much weeks like this, we're just promoting reusable items, reusable anything really. So I think it's get in touch with your local council schemes, get on as many Facebook social media groups as you can, because there's so much knowledge out there. Because obviously we're just one person, there are people out there that have maybe used, I was quite lucky, I didn't need to use that many different brands, but there are mums out there that have that just make it their thing to try as many different brands and as many different styles and systems and things like that out as there is out there. So it's getting, just trying to educate yourself and try and talking to local nappy libraries. Nappy libraries are invaluable for the service that they provide. So it's get out there and talk to people, really just try and educate yourself, try and talk to as many people as you can, and take advantage of weeks like this and get your starter kits and your trial kits and just try it really.
Fantastic. Somebody, I don't have their name on here, but they've said, I feel like I missed out on not using reusables. Can I start at 14 months?
You can start anytime. You can start anytime. There will be a system out there for you. The great thing about the Birth to Potty is generally I think the size range is from £8 to £35, so you can start anytime at all. Every little helps.
Yeah,
and
so
even
if it
a lot of
helps
people just use
anybody,
them.
we've been in nappies with both children till 3, so you know that's still half their nappy time, and also for night time it lasts even longer. And we found
sometimes come just at night time and they just want to swap over at night time once their wee one's potty trained.
Yeah, and we found that when it comes to night time, once they've trained, they tend to hold more, so they don't wee as much at night. So we use other nappies.
Well, that's why the peanut worked so well for us at night time, because I didn't need a proper night nappy, whereas the couple of pads popped together was perfect, because he wasn't necessarily weeing loads, he just wasn't quite making it through the night. He wasn't waking. So any time at all, there's not a good or a bad time to start.
My son was 2 when I properly took the dive back into cloth nappies. When I started, it was a couple of reusable nappy weeks a few years ago. He was 3.5 when we started to stop using the nappies, so we got a really good 1.5 years. And even if we only did 6 months, it'd just still been a huge difference, because you can keep, people are like, what do we even do with the nappies afterwards? You can keep them,
pass them on, keep them,
resell, there's so many options. It's not something where it's disposable, you're go straight in the bin, it's already gone, you've already forgotten about it. It's something that can be passed down to help other people.
Definitely.
It's snowballing sustainability, really.
You were talking earlier about cloth nappy myths that you've heard. Is there any other ones that you've heard that think actually people might think, oh, that's true, I can't do that, but actually it's not, and actually how easy they are to use nappies?
Well, we were chatting about it the other day, and I think one of the main ones we get is just the amount of washing. And I say, even when I had 2, because I had 2 in cloth probably for about 6 months, and even that was a couple of extra washes a week. And once you get to that kind of potty training stage, when you're not washing as many, you just chuck them in with towels, underwear. They don't have to have their own specific wash. And they were laughing because what I was saying is I actually found kind of in the evenings once the kids were settled, I actually quite liked sitting just making up nappies. Just there was something really therapeutic about taking this massive pile of washing and just making it into a lovely little neat pile of ready to go nappies. And the other one we get quite regularly questions about is how bulky people seem to think they are. And I think the thing about that is, yes, they are bulkier. They are bulkier. But from the reading that I did myself when I was doing customer service, the bulk actually is quite beneficial. I meant to look this up and I forgot, but from what I read, the kids' hips aren't properly fused till they're about 5 years old, and the position that cloth nappies actually keep them in is a really beneficial position for keeping the joint in place. So yes, they're bulky, but actually it's really beneficial to the kids rather than having their legs kind of hanging down out of joint. So that's the main two that when I was speaking to Laura about it, the main two that we get questions about definitely is just the time and the bulk.
They have a little bit of a cushion as well when they're learning to walk.
Yeah,
and
when they're learning to walk, they're not smacking on the floor. They've got a wee built-in airbag.
The person from my last comment said, "I will weigh my little monster later, and I'll have a look for some nappies." So thank you.
Now's the best time to shop.
Good. Oh, absolutely. There are so many deals. It's such a great week for promoting and for being able to start off your wee stash.
Perfect. So the Totsbots mission is we're here to inspire the eco hero in all of us. What would you say to anyone watching who is still not sure that cloth is for them?
Try it. Like I said earlier, one nappy a day, couple of nappies during the day, using them staying in the house. I think at least then you can, if it's not for everybody, we know this, we all know this, there are certain things that some people might find it easier to swap out wipes. Some people might find it easier to take a swim nappy on holiday than take just like a pack of disposable swim nappies. I think just now is such a fantastic time, as I said, with all the promotions on. Grab a trial kit, grab a starter pack from somewhere. Give yourself I think it's taking it easy on yourself as well. I think there's so much pressure just now. There's so much. Everybody's main focus is becoming more economical, more eco-friendly, trying to reduce plastics, and I think it can get quite overwhelming when there's so much information out there. So I think just try and be really kind to yourself, and I say even if you end up only swapping out to using cloth wipes instead of disposable wipes in the house because you don't know how you're going to take wet wipes out, like you don't have to like crash every barrier at once. It's right. Just small changes. Small changes can make such a massive difference. And I think just see if your budget allows, just buying one nappy a month, couple of nappies a month, and just building your stash like that as well. It's just, I think there's so much pressure out there just now, and I think just be kind. Just be kind to yourself. Life is busy, and we've all got so much. We're all spinning so many plates. So just take it easy and do what you can.
Fantastic, thank you. That's a great answer for that one. So one of the last questions I've got for you before we do our quiz in a bit.
I'm so nervous about this quiz, honestly.
Is there anything new in a pipeline for Totsbots that you can tell us about?
I think the great thing about Tots is we're always trying to improve, and we're always trying to we take on feedback. There's all feedback comes in every day that we pass on about different things that people want and different things that people like about it or don't like about the nappies. We're always trying new fabrics. See, there's a whole pile of new fabrics and things all that in the corner, and there's loads of samples and things. So there's always room for improvement. So there may be in the future.
Fantastic. Does anybody have any other questions they want to ask Sarah, Charlotte, or Katie? Anything you want to add or ask?
I just want to say thank you for being so great, because I previously struggled with the Totsbots ordering system, and I'm always disorganised. And you've just been brilliant.
You're not alone. No, it's not a problem. I know it's not the kindest system in the planet, so quite happy to help.
Sorry about my dog.
I know, like me and Katie would say that, we really appreciate having our relationships with like our suppliers if we have any issues, which isn't often. But we really do appreciate like the team and you guys to help us out. Because actually,
thank you.
Without your guys' support, we can't support our customers either. So we really appreciate that for us. Eden says Totsbots is the best. Velcro is the best.
Velcro, yeah, no, they're hook and loop. Sorry, we shouldn't call it Velcro. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yes, I do that all the time.
Lasted forever.
It's probably the most bomb-proof part of the nappy. Let's be honest. It's the most, the bit that definitely lasts the longest.
It doesn't always. I mean, I've had other nappies where the Velcro's the hook and loop's just completely gone. Yes, but the Totsbots has lasted for ages.
Good.
The
Good.
wipes do as well.
Two children it's lasted through so far.
I've had our wipes in circulation since about 4 years ago now.
Oh, amazing.
I think I've only got one that's showing threadbare because we use it as full time in the bathroom. So we've done that for
we use them in the bath. The kids love using them in the bath. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just brilliant. To be honest, I think one that is a bit threadbare is the one that is actually the cleaning one. Like my main, just like some bits around the house now. That's been going. And I've already got a couple more packs in the basket as well because I just can't resist buying more.
You can never have too many wipes. You can never have too many.
No.
It's amazing how quickly you go through them.
Yeah, oh gosh, yeah. I think I've got every single design since I started using cloth. Yeah, I love them.
And think how much you've saved.
Christy says, I have to agree, the hook and loops are fantastic. The other brands just don't last as long as our Totsbots.
Oh.
And another member, I don't have their name, it says it would be really great to see larger nappies for older children at some point that aren't dry at night. So a little bit of feedback.
Size 3 are quite big.
We do have our size 3. Size 3 is £35 plus, and we do them in the prints as well now because I know they were always in the natural, but we do them in the prints now too. It's with your size 3 wrap. So
and we do have those online as well.
Hopefully that can help. Yeah, hopefully that can help.
There you go.
That'll help you. Little bundles. So for people who are wanting the 2-part systems, there's a little something just to stick in your basket all at once. So
and then you've got everything that you need.
Another question is, do you do pull-ups for older kids? Like pull-ups?
We don't. It is something we looked at previously, but something that's quite hard to do in cloth because you need the stretch obviously to go up around the waist to hold at the waist, but then getting them on and off can be quite fiddly. So it's something that we've definitely got on plan at some point, but it's going to take a fair bit of technical design. So it won't be soon.
Fantastic. Eden says, please do some.
We've got the pull-ups in the swim nappies now, which I love, by the way. That's
oh, good.
Swim pants are so much easier than swim nappies especially for the older children.
Yeah, I have had a bad experience with a swim pull-up previously, and a very nasty incident. So I'm yet to be converted, but they've had really good feedback.
I'm fortunate that both kids have never been incident makers in the pool, but yeah.
You may change your mind if they ever do.
Would be awkward,
it's not fun.
Brilliant. Right. So Eden has given me 3 questions for you. She says she has looked at her blog and she has done lots of research from them. So these are my questions for you.
Okay.
So question 1, which month and year did Totsbots and Freely formally tie the knot?
January 2020? 21? What year is this?
2020.
2020. I thought so, yeah. I couldn't remember if it was 1 or 2 years. It's a nice gift after New Year.
Question 2. When did you bring out your matchy prints in Hedgehog, Bummy Rabbit, Albert, Squiddles, and Foxtrot?
Well, that was last year. That was the last. Oh, was it? Hang on. It's the range before Nature's Rainbow. So that was that 2020 as well? Or was that last year? Bummy Rabbit. 2020. Last year was Nature's Rainbow. So yeah, 2020.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. See, COVID, the years have just all flown into one. Like, I don't know what's 2020, what was 2021.
Yeah. October 2020. And then my last question for you is, which year did you release for prints Breeze, Dandy, and Pop?
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, goodness gracious. 20... I'm trying to count back print ranges. They were before Dilly Dally, Rain Plops and Splash. So let's go with 2018.
Is that your final answer?
Don't know, between 2018 and 2019. I want to go 3 for 3. Go with 2018. Oh,
You were right, 2019.
was it 2019? Damn
Yeah.
it. Breeze, Dandy, and Pop.
Oh.
Oh,
That were
man.
my 3 questions from Eden. You got 2 out of 3.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks, Eden. I tried with my game face. But Sarah, thank you so much for joining us. We really,
That was really good
appreciate
fun. Thank you very much.
it. And if
Have
you
a
ever want
great
another
Reusable
chat,
Nappy Week, everyone.
we will. But
Yeah,
thank you. If you ever want another
right.
chat, we'll come and join you again. So thank you ever so much, and we hope you have a lovely rest of your Reusable Nappy Week too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Cheers,
guys.
guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.